If you could step out of a time machine 234 million years ago, you would not recognize your own planet. There were no isolated continents. There was no Atlantic Ocean. There was only Pangea, one colossal, unbroken supercontinent stretching from pole to pole. Because this landmass was so incredibly massive, the moisture from the ocean simply could not reach the deep interior. Pangea was a nightmare. It was a global, endless desert, baking under an arid, ruthless sun. The heat was suffocating, and water was the most valuable currency on the planet. If you think the dinosaurs ruled this desert world, you have been lied to. Dinosaurs existed in the late Triassic, but they were absolutely nothing. They were tiny, knee-high, insignificant underdogs sprinting through the shadows, desperately trying not to get eaten by the real masters of Pangea. The apex predators of this world were the Rauisuchians, terrestrial, armored crocodile cousins built like tanks, and the dominant herbivores were the Renchosaurs and the Dicynodonts, bizarre, squat reptiles with specialized beaks designed to shear through the tough, fibrous, low-growing desert vegetation. These animals had an absolute monopoly on the planet. Their biology was heavily specialized. They were heavy, they were slow, and they were perfectly engineered to survive in a dry, punishing world with very little water. They thought they had won the evolutionary lottery, but nature was about to pull the rug out from under them in the most violent way possible. Deep in the prehistoric ocean, in a geological zone we now call the Wrangellia Large Igneous Province, the Earth's crust cracked open. But this was not a normal volcanic eruption. This was a planetary scale rupture. Millions of cubic kilometers of glowing, superheated magma began burning their way to the surface in a series of catastrophic pulses. As the magma pushed upward, it acted like a subterranean blowtorch, incinerating vast underground coal and carbon deposits. The Wrangellia eruptions pumped unimaginable, world-breaking volumes of greenhouse gases directly into the atmosphere. The global climate reacted instantly. Earth's atmospheric blanket thickened, trapping the sun's radiation. Global temperature violently spiked. The oceans absorbed so much thermal energy that they practically felt like hot bath water. Earth was transformed into a global pressure cooker. The heat was unimaginable. But all of that rapidly evaporating ocean water had to go somewhere. The atmosphere was completely saturated, holding billions of tons of moisture, just waiting for the breaking point. The dry desert world suddenly broke. It started raining, and it did not stop. For roughly 1 to 2 million years, the Earth was battered by relentless, apocalyptic hypermonsoons. This geological nightmare is known as the Carnian Pluvial Event. It remains one of the most extreme, violent climate shifts in the history of our planet. The endless desert was violently transformed into a flooded, humid, suffocating swamp. And as the rain washed carbon and acid out of the sky and into the dirt, the biology of the planet was completely rewritten. The tough, dry climate plants that the old herbivores relied on to survive couldn't handle the acidic floods and the saturated soil. They drowned, rotted, and went extinct. In their place, massive, towering conifer trees and thick, humid ferns exploded out of the mud. The canopy of the world physically moved higher off the ground. The environment was completely unrecognizable, and for the old kings of the desert, This new paradise was a death sentence. The massive, heavily armored reptiles that ruled Pangea were biologically trapped. They were heavily engineered for a dry world that no longer existed. Their specialized jaws were useless against the new, towering plants. Furthermore, because their bodies were built low to the ground, they physically could not reach the new food sources high up in the conifer branches. The giant herbivores began to starve to death by the millions. And in nature, when the base of the food chain collapses, the predators are the next to die. The massive, truck-sized crocodile cousins had nothing left to hunt. Their heavy armor and massive bulk, which used to be their greatest weapons, now just required too many calories to maintain. They starved in the mud. Nature hit the reset button. The heavyweights were wiped out in a catastrophic mass extinction. The thrones of Pangea were suddenly empty. While the old masters choked and starved in the mud, the underdogs finally had their moment. Those tiny, insignificant early dinosaurs weren't just lucky. They were biologically superior for this exact crisis. While the old reptiles were heavy and sprawling, the dinosaurs had their legs positioned directly under their hips. This made them fast, bipedal, and incredibly energy efficient. But their greatest weapon was their architecture. Because they could stand on their hind legs and had long, agile necks, the early dinosaurs could easily reach the new, taller plants that the old, squat reptiles couldn't touch. They had an endless, uncontested buffet. Furthermore, early dinosaurs likely possessed a much higher metabolism, possibly early warm-bloodedness, allowing them to grow faster, move quicker, and adapt to the rapid temperature swings of the Carnian Pluvial Event. When the rain finally stopped after 2 million years, the Earth slowly dried out again. But the board had been wiped completely clean. With the heavyweights dead and gone, the dinosaurs engaged in one of the most explosive, evolutionary takeovers in the history of life. Within a few million years, those tiny, knee-high sprinters evolved into the towering, long-necked sauropods that shook the Earth, and the massive, bipedal theropods that became the new apex killers. They stepped out of the shadows, claimed the empty thrones, and maintained an absolute, unbroken grip on the planet for the next 150 million years. But the legacy of the 2 million year rainstorm goes far beyond the T-Rex and the Brachiosaurus. When the Rangelia volcanoes tore the climate apart, they forced the rapid evolution of the entire planet. In the frantic, desperate scramble to survive the flooded world, nature forged some of the most resilient biological designs we have ever seen. The Carnian Pluvial Event didn't just give us the dinosaurs. This was the exact moment in history when the very first turtles evolved their shells to survive in the water. It is when the first true crocodiles appeared. It is the dawn of modern lizards. And most importantly for us, it is the exact era when the very first mammals retreated into the burrows and the night, learning to survive in the shadows. The 2 million year rainstorm didn't just destroy a world. It built the foundation for our own. If you respect the unvarnished hard science of Earth's biological history, hit that subscribe button to join the archive. And if you want to support the channel and gear up for the next era, check out the official Terra Time Capsules merchandise store linked in the description below.